नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यम् तन्तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि. श्लोक 53. अहंकारं बलं दर्पं कामं क्रोधं परिग्रहम् विमुच्य निर्ममः शान्तो ब्रह्म-भूयाय कल्पते. The qualities that has to be cultivated in order to become a jnana-nishtha are being indicated. Ahan-karam, balam, darpam, kamam, krodham, parigraham, vimucya. He gives up all these things. Ahankara refers to the I identification with the body, etc. Balam, power, meaning misuse of power, misuse of one's abilities, using one's power in such a way that it takes one away from Atmajnana. Darpam, arrogance, kamam, desire, krodham, hatred, and parigraham, possession. Possession of objects that are not required for conducting one's life, means having minimum possession. So parigraham vimucya, giving up the parigraha. Nirmamah, free from mamakara, my identification. This is mine. This identification is called mamakara. Nirmamah, santah, he is calm. He has cultivated quietude of mind as well as senses. Brahma-bhuyaya kalpate. Such person becomes capable of attaining the Brahman, brahma-bhuyaya. Being Brahman is called brahma-bhuya. Being Brahman means being mukta. He becomes capable of being Brahman, means he becomes capable of attaining moksha. Bhashya. Kincha ahan-karam, ahan-karanam, ahan-karaha dehendriyadishu tam balam samarthyam kamaragadi yuktam na itarat shariradi samarthyam स्वाभाविकत्वेन तत्यागस्य अशक्यत्वात् किंच. Also, this is in addition to what is told in the previous two shlokas. The previous two shlokas described what he has to do in order to commit himself for nididhyasana. In addition to that, ahan-karam, ahan-karanam, ahan-karaha. Aham iti karanam, ahan-karanam, ahan-karaha. Bhava vyutpatti. By saying ahan-karanam, ahan-karaha, Bhashyakara showed that here ahankara is bhava vyutpatti, means the identification. The I identification is called ahankara. I identification in what? Dehendriyadishu, in body, mind, etc. Body, senses, etc. Tam, tam vimucya. It should be connected with vimucya, giving up the ahankara. Dar balam, balam is equal to samarthyam, the power, the strength. Should we give up all bala and become weak? Give up all strength and become very weak and lie down all the time? Is that the idea? Then Bhashyakara says that is not the idea. Here balam refers to kamaragadi yuktam balam, the strength which is associated with kama, raga, etc. Means the power which is used to gratify one's kama, raga, etc. One's desires, attachments, greed, dvesha, etc. Means he does not make use of his power in order to fulfill his kama, etc. Na itarat shariradi samarthyam, not the other bala. What other bala? Shariradi samarthyam, the strength of the body, etc. which is not associated with the kama, raga, etc., he does not give up, because swabhavikattvena tatyagasya ashakyatvat, because it is swabhavika, the physical strength, mental strength, all these are swabhavika. They are integral to the nature of our personality. Therefore, they cannot be given up. Tatyagasya ashakyatvat. It cannot be given up. If we give up, we will have to die. Only with the death you can give it up. Therefore, giving up bala does not mean removing the physical strength, etc. Instead, it is giving up the bala which is associated with the kama, raga, etc. Means not using one's bala in order to gratify kama, raga, etc. Darpo nama harshanantara bhavi dharmatikrama hetuhu हृष्टो दृप्यति दृप्तो धर्ममतिक्रामति इति स्मरणात् तं च दर्पः. Bhashyakara explains darpa. Darpo nama harshanantara bhavi dharmatikrama hetu. Darpa is arrogance. What kind of arrogance? Harsha anantara bhavi. An arrogance which comes on account of harsha, elation. When we get a success in something, we get elation. I am very successful. I am great. That kind of elation happens. We bloat up on account of the success. And this bloating up gives rise to arrogance. The person starts behaving arrogantly, starts putting others down, etc. So, harsha anantara bhavi, which happens after harsha, that kind of dharmatikrama hetu, and the arrogance leads to dharma atikrama, transgression of dharma. Then he violates dharma. So harsha leads to darpa. Darpa leads to dharma atikrama. In favor of this, there is a Smrti Vakya. Bhashyakara quotes the Smrti Vakya. Hrishto dripyati. A hrishta, one who gets the harsha. Harsha can be because of anything, even because of winning the election. Somebody won election, there is harsha, jubilation, and over excitement on account of the harsha. And then drupyati, they become arrogant. And once they become arrogant, druptaha dharmam atikramati. they transgress dharma. Iti smaranat. This is a smarana, means a smrti vakya. Based on that, Bhashyakara interpreted the word darpa. Tamcha, tancha vimucya. He gives up that also. Kamam, let's read. Kamam, ichham, krodham, dvesham, parigraham, indriyamanogata, dosha parityagepi, शरीरधारण प्रसंगेन धर्मानुष्ठान निमित्तेन वा बाह्यः परिग्रहः प्राप्तः तञ्च विमुच्य परित्यज्य परमहंस परिव्राजको भूत्वा देह जीवन मात्रेपि निर्गत मम भावः निर्ममः अत एव शान्तः उपरतः यः संहृतहर्षायासः यतिः ज्ञाननिष्ठः ब्रह्मभूयाय ब्रह्मभवनाय कल्पते समर्थो भवति. Kamam is equal to ichham, desire. Krodham, dvesham. Krodha means hatred. Bhashyakara does not translate krodha as anger, because many people may give up anger, meaning they may not show anger. But that does not mean they have given up dvesha. Inside there will be dvesha. So that is why krodha means dvesha. Kama krodha, we say. Krodha means dvesha. The hatred has to be given up, not just anger. Anger is just an expression of hatred. Parigraham and also parigraha, possession. Here once again, I would like to remind the disclaimer. This is for a sannyasi, not for everyone. These four shlokas are for sannyasi, starting from which shloka? Uh, 51, 51 onwards. Buddhya vishuddhaya yukto, etc. Because here Krishna is talking about a lifestyle committed to nididhyasana, committed to jnana nishtha. Parigraha means possession. Indriya manogata. Now, Bhashyakara explains why parigraha has to be mentioned separately. Because when he has given up kama, desire, there is no need for possessing anything. Then why possession has to be given up is stated separately. Bhashyakara explains, Indriya manogata dosha parityage api. Even though he has given up the dosha like kama etc., which belong to Indriya and Manas, yet Shareeradharana prasangena, for the sake of maintaining the body, sustaining the body, or dharmanusthana nimittena va, or for the sake of dharmanusthana, may I do some dharma, may I do some yajna, etc. On account of these two reasons, one for sustaining his own body, another is for the sake of dharma. May I do dharma, yajna, or may I do some dana, or may I serve others. On account of this, Bhashya parigraha praptaha. Bhashya parigraha, accepting external objects, acceptance of external objects, or possession of external objects is prapta, is possible. There is such a possibility. Tancha vimucya, even giving up that also, vimucya is equal to parityajya, implying param-hamsa parivrajako bhutva, being a param-hamsa parivrajaka, being a sannyasi, param-hamsa parivrajaka sannyasi. A param-hamsa parivrajaka sannyasi has given up everything, all possession, all relation, all karmas, all actions. He has given up everything. Such a person is called Paramahamsa Parivrajaka. There are various types of sannyasis. Among them, the highest type of sannyasi is Paramahamsa Parivrajaka sannyasi. Paramahamsa Parivrajako Bhutva Deha Jivana Matre Api Nirgata Mama Bhavaha. And even the Paramahamsa Parivrajaka sannyasi may have to keep certain things in order to conduct his life. He can give up the parigraha to the maximum extent. He may not have parigraha like a grahastha, but in order to sustain his body, even a Paramahamsa Parivrajaka may have some parigraha, like vastra, cloth, and a vessel for water, kamandalu. In olden days, only this much was enough. Nowadays, he needs a smartphone also and a laptop also because he has to take online classes. So, then Bhashyakara says, even with respect to such things, he has to give up mamakar. This is mine. That identification he has to give up. even with respect to the bare minimum things that he requires to conduct his life. देह जीवन मात्रे अपि, even with respect to objects that are required to conduct his life, and also even deha jivana matre can be understood in a different way also, even with respect to body as well as his own life, even with respect to body as well as his own life. Nirgata mama bhavaha, he has given up the mama bhava, this is mine identification, he has given up. Neither this body is mine, neither this life is mine. Such person is called nirgata mama bhavaha. He is called nirmamah. This is the interpretation of nirmama. Deha jivana matre api nirgata mama bhavaha. One who does not have mama bhava, my identification, even with respect to deha and jivana also. Ataeva shantaha, on account of that reason, he is a shantaha. Shantaha means uparataha. He has become quiet, means he is not restless, free from restlessness, free from actions. Shantaha is equal to uparataha. It can be understood as karmabhyaha uparataha. He has given up all the karma. यह संहृत हर्षाया सहयति, संहृत हर्षाया सह, he has given up harsha as well as ayasa, elation and dejection. He has given up both of them. Samhrita harshaya saha yatihi, that kind of yati, a sannyasi, jnananishtaha, he becomes a jnananishtha. And when he becomes a jnananishtha, brahma-bhuyaya kalpate, brahma-bhuyaya is equal to brahma-bhavanaya. Being Brahman, being Brahman means moksha. Bhuya is bhu plus kyap, kyap pratyaya. Kyap is in bhava now. Bhave kyap, it becomes Brahma Bhuya. Brahma Bhuya is equal to Brahma Bhavana. Being Brahman, Brahma Veda Brahmaiva Bhavati means moksha. Kalpate is equal to samartho bhavati. He becomes capable of attaining moksha. So moksharho bhavati ityabhiprayah. He becomes moksharha. He becomes capable of attaining moksha, fit for moksha. Shloka 54. ब्रह्मभूतः प्रसन्नात्मा न शोचति न काङ्क्षति समः सर्वेषु भूतेषु मद्भक्तिं लभते पराम्. Brahma-bhutah. So the krama, how one becomes Brahmanishtha, this was explained in previous three shlokas, 51 to 53. Now when he has attained Jnana-nishtha, he is no longer a jiva, because he has given up, he is free from all the jiva identity. Aham jivaha. This identity is no more real for him. Therefore, he has already become Brahman. He is a Brahma-bhuta. He has attained the Brahmatva, the Brahman status. He is no more different from Brahman. Such a Brahma-bhuta, Prasannatma, he becomes a Prasannatma. His mind becomes very peaceful. It enjoys the peace of Brahmajnana. Na shochati, na kankshati. Na shochati, he does not become miserable. He is free from shoka. Na kankshati, he is free from desires. He does not desire anything. I have to become this, etc. He does not have any more desire. After becoming Brahman, there is nothing else to become, because Brahman is everything. Sarvam khalvidam Brahma. Samasarveshu bhuteshu. Sarveshu bhuteshu samaha. He is equal towards everyone, implying that he looks upon everyone as his own self. Such a statement, samaha sarveshu bhuteshu, can be understood in two ways. Number one, you can interpret it from the standpoint of the absolute, paramarthika. From the paramarthika standpoint, samas sarveshu bhuteshu will mean he sees only the Brahman in everything. Only Brahman is real for him. Therefore, everything is seen as Brahman only. That is the Sarvatma Bhava. Everything is Atma, everything is Brahman. Therefore, he does not attribute any reality to the varieties, the dualistic existence. That can be one meaning from the absolute point of view. But then there is another interpretation, that is, the second interpretation is from the standpoint of vyavahar, from the vyavaharika standpoint. A jnani is a man of empathy, a person with the utmost empathy, because he knows that everyone is the same Atma like me. On account of that, he will have utmost empathy. He will see the other's pleasure and pain as his own pleasure and pain. If somebody else is happy, he is also happy because of their happiness. If somebody else is in pain, he feels it is his own pain. In that way, he looks upon everyone as himself only. That is another interpretation of samasarveshu bhuteshu. Here Shankaracharya takes the second interpretation. Samasarveshu bhuteshu means he looks upon everyone as himself. Therefore, he feels others' pleasure is his own pleasure and others' pain is his own pain. This has been stated elsewhere in Bhagavad Gita also. Atmopamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sayogi paramo mataha. Samas sarveshu bhuteshu means sarveshu bhuteshu samo bhavati. He becomes a sama with respect to every being. Means he feels that the other's pain is his own pain and others' pleasure is his own pleasure. This is another quality of a Jivan Mukta, a Jnani. Now, once again, Bhagawad describes how he becomes a Brahma-bhuta, how he attains moksha. It has been already described 51 to 53. Now, some point is missed out there. Bhagavan adds it here. Mad bhaktim labhate param. Param mad bhaktim labhate. On account of the nididhyasana. See, previously it was stated through the nididhyasana, practicing nididhyasana in this manner, he becomes a Brahman, he attains moksha. It has been stated. Now, in between, something is missed out. That is, after nididhyasana, with the help of nididhyasana, how he attains moksha, how he becomes a Jivan Mukta. The in between link has to be told. That is being told now. What is the link? On account of nididhyasana, he attains the jnana nishtha. And the jnana nishtha itself is called parabhakti. Parabhakti. It is called parabhakti even in Adhyaya 12, Bhakti Yoga. The parabhakti is nothing but a jnana or jnana nishtha. Madbhaktim labhate param. Param madbhaktim labhate. Through nididhyasana, a jnani attains param madbhakti, a great devotion to me, ultimate devotion to me. See the Bhashya. Anena kramena brahma-bhutaha brahma-praptaha prasannatma labdhadhyatma-prasadaha labdhadhyatma-prasadaha न शोचति किंचित अर्थवैकल्यम् आत्मनः वैगुण्यञ्च उद्दिश्य न शोचति न संतप्यते न कांक्षति ब्रह्मभूतस्य अयं स्वभावः अनूद्यते न शोचति न कांक्षति इति नहि अप्राप्त विषयाकांक्षा ब्रह्मविदः उपपद्यते न हृष्यति इति वा पाठः. अनेन क्रमेण, the krama which has been told in the previous 3 shlokas. Yeah. The sequence which has been told in the previous 3 shlokas. Brahma-bhutaha means Brahma praptaha. Brahma praptaha, Brahma praptaha. Dvitiya tatpurusha samasa. Brahma praptaha, Brahma praptaha. Brahma is in Dvitiya vibhakti. He has attained Brahman. Such person, so through the nididhyasana, he has attained Brahman. Such person is called Brahma praptaha. Prasannatma labdhadhyatma prasadaha. Gitanjali, your hand is raised. Yeah. Arthavaikallyam. Yeah, Arthavaikallyam. Arthavaikallyam is there. Arthavaikallyam. 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 Yeah. अनेन क्रमेण ब्रह्मभूतः ब्रह्मप्राप्तः प्रसन्नात्मा लब्धाध्यात्मप्रसादः. He has attained अध्यात्मप्रसाद. प्रसन्नः आत्मा यस्य सः प्रसन्नात्मा, whose mind is prasanna, pleasant, is called prasannatma. Here atma should be understood as mind, because the original atma is always prasanna. It never becomes aprasanna. Therefore, prasannatma means whose mind is pleasant. Bhashyakara explains it as labdhadhyatma prasadaha, who has attained the inner pleasantness on account of brahmajnana. He has attained the inner pleasantness. Adhyatmam means inside him, in his mind. He has attained prasada, pleasantness, quietude. The mind has become peaceful. It enjoys the inner peace. Such person na shochati. He does not have a shoka. He does not lament, does not grieve. What for people generally grieve? Kinchit arthavaikallyam atmanaha. Atmanaha kinchit arthavaikallyam uddishya or vaigunyamcha uddishya. The shoka is possible on account of two things. Number one, kinchit arthavaikallyam uddishya. I am lacking in something. Arthavaikalya, lacking in some object. I do not have money. I do not have friends. I do not have relatives. On account of that, one may have shoka. One can become miserable. So, kinchit arthavaikallyam uddishya or atmanaha vaigunyamcha uddishya. Another reason why there can be shoka, there can be dejection, is because of atmanaha vaigunyam. I am lacking in this quality. I am lacking in this quality. One may feel sad about it. I don't have a good voice. I don't have a good appearance. I am not intelligent enough. On account of this, one can feel sad. So, Bhashyakara gives two reasons why one feels sad. One is arthavaikalya. I don't have this thing. I don't have a house. I don't have a job, etc. Another is atmanaha vaigunyam. I am lacking in this quality. I am poor in this quality. Uddishya. On account of these two, there can be shoka, there can be santapa, there can be sadness. But this person, Atmajnani, despite the lackings in his life, despite the lackings in the external object as well as his own qualities. Na shochati means na santapyate, he does not feel sad. Na kankshati, and also he does not desire anything, free from desires. No. Bhashyakara clarifies a point. This statement regarding a brahmajnani, na shochati na kankshati, it is an anuvada. Anuvada means a statement that is a statement of a fact which is already evident. Statement of an evident fact is called anuvada. If you know something already, or if something is obvious to you already and it is stated, then it is called anuvada. Bhashyakara says it is an anuvada because generally when something is told in the Shastra, it is a statement that people don't know by any other means. If the Shastra makes a statement which is not known through any other means, then it is called a vidhi or an upadesha. It can be called a vidhi or an upadesha. Whereas this is neither a vidhi nor a upadesha. This is an anuvada. See, brahma-bhutasya ayam swabhavah anudyate. Brahma-bhutasya, a brahma-bhuta, one who has attained Brahman, means he has understood that he is Brahman, and on account of that he has become a Jivan Mukta. So Brahma-bhuta means a Jivan Mukta. Ayam swabhavaha, this swabhava, anudyate, it is an anuvada because if he is Brahman, there is no room for shoka and there is no room for desire. It is obvious. When do we have shoka? When we are limited, when we are subject to loss, subject to incompleteness, then there will be and desire. But when you are Brahman, there is no room for shoka, etc. Because you are the infinite. In the infinite Brahman, which is Ananda Swarupa, which does not have anything to lose, it does not have any vriddhi and kshaya. When you have already become that, there is no room for shoka. Therefore, it need not be stated separately. It is very obvious. Therefore, Bhashyakara says this is not a statement of a fact which you don't know, which cannot be figured out. Therefore, it is an anuvada. Ayam swabhavaha anudyate. This nature of a mukta is anudyate. It is stated as an anuvada. Na shochati, na kankshati iti. So why it is an anuvada? Bhashyakara says, he, because aprapta vishayakanksha brahmavidaha na upapadyate. For a brahmavit, for a brahmajnani, aprapta vishayakanksha, a desire for an object which he does not have, na upapadyate, it is not possible, because by attaining Brahman, he has become everything. Na hrishyati iti va pathaha. Bhashyakara has found another reading also in this shloka, that is na hrishyati. Instead of na kankshati, there is another reading na hrishyati. He does not get elation. He does not bloat up on account of any external success or accomplishment. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.